Hello, and welcome back to Kerbal Space Program, Cool Things to Build. I haven't made any videos for a while. I am sorry about that. Um, it's mainly just because I've been quite busy recently. I don't know why. And I've just been playing more different other games, ranking up my levels in other games. So I haven't really had time to make any other videos. I have recorded some videos, but I've decided I didn't want to put them up. So that's partially why I haven't been making videos for a bit. But I'm back now after a bit of lull in activity. I realized I don't think the Pop Tropica series was received as warm welcome as I would have hoped. So I think I'm gonna stop doing that now because, as far as I can tell, this is my most liked series. I don't know, is it? I mean, you guys are the guys who can tell me that. But my game's crashed again. And I'm back. My game crashed again because the first time I was practicing building this, it crashed when I did the same thing. So I guess I got to turn off whatever it is that I was doing. I have no idea why. I don't know why it crashed. It doesn't usually do that. Oh, I didn't even save my old. Okay, I'll start again. But I didn't do very much. So luckily, I don't do very much anyways. That's a joke. Yeah, that was not a very good joke. But oh god, what you're gonna want to do is get the Mark 1 to Mark 2 fuselage and then 3 of these, and then do that again, this thing again, and just flip it around like that. And then on structural, stick a quad adapter on there, and then get your engines on. Don't turn the don't turn the dual thing on. I don't know why I was doing that. I did that when I was practicing building it, as I said. But yeah, as I said, there's been a low on activity because I don't think my playthrough is as well liked. But I am getting some more games after New Year or Christmas. Probably I'll be posting some more videos about just games, montages, as games galore. Essentially, it'll be like a game fest, I think, is what it'll be like. So yeah, this thing isn't not gonna win any awards for how good it looks because I'm rushing this a bit. But yeah, see, that's a bit. I actually have to move that now. That is actually just terrible. Is that better? Yeah, ish. It's sort of better. So you're gonna want to do it. Well, this is how I've done it, and it's worked. You angle it on the Mark fuselage so it goes out at an angle, and then you put you put 2 going out, and then 2 of the extra large modular girder segments, and then I can't get a good view. And then when you put the second one down, it'll angle itself forward instead of an angle, so you don't have to worry about that. So that's the basis for our frame with all the engines on it. And then most of our next stuff's going to be done in the aerodynamics section. So get the radial air intake, stick them on the bottom like that, because after all they are air-breathing engines. Because I don't want to go out of the atmosphere, and these are quite fuel efficient. So you don't have to put that many down. I just think it looks good. And then I've tested this with the delta wings in the front. Essentially, it's always cute. So that's how I do it on the front. But then on the back, I've been putting the structural wings. But I think I might try this time with delta wings on both sides of the actual craft itself. So that's it. I don't think you need to put any on the inside because that's quite a bit of lift anyways. But then put the advanced canyards, 2 at the front, 2 at the back, because that aids with the steering. If you have one at the front, some at the front and back. And then don't put any standard control surfaces on, because if you go too quick, they'll probably just help it take off. Because if you do go too quick over land with this, it will crash and burn. Not more like just explode. It won't really burn. It'll probably explode a bit. But structural again, you're gonna be using these strut connectors a lot. Use them to connect the wings up, because if you don't, as soon as you go into the water, the wings will break. The wings will break right off of the plane itself. So you need to put them on. And then put a few of these little strut connectors connecting to the actual plane itself, because this will wobble around like mad if you don't connect everything up together. Let's put that there. Then connect the actual struts themselves to the plane, if you can call it that, whatever it is, to the thing. Okay, let's get them on there, up, and then maybe just do a bit of that just to connect it even better. I mean, this weighs it down, but I mean, they don't weigh that much, so you might as well do it. So yeah, stick them on. That is the basis for it, structural wise. I think this is everything. I need to put some more engines on it, but I'm just thinking, have I missed anything? No, but what I usually do is I put these on, these little engine-y things, a few of them on the sides. Ah, oh, my goodness. This welding is so annoying. I hope these stick together. I hope the structural struts should not get in the way. They shouldn't do, but they might. Let's see, do they get that? Okay, because if it doesn't snap, I don't think the engines actually connect. So you always have to make sure it snaps. Now the discharge from the engines will damage the back of these things a bit, but not enough to destroy them. It'll be fine. And then if you want, what I do is just to make it look even cooler, I put the ram engines on like that because they're pretty cool and they're the best air intakes anyways. And then if you could put the fuel lines in the you could put the external fuel ducts connecting them, but I don't do that because I find that it just ends up draining all the fuel from the 4 engines, so you lose all that power, and you don't really want to be doing that. Okay, I'm gonna move these in, otherwise they'll get blown off by the exhaust. So let's move them in a bit. Perfect. That should be good. I will now use just one structural thing on each side to connect them like that. Oh, did I not have? Oh, I don't think I had the dual thing on, so let's take that. Oh no, it's going on both sides. Oh my goodness. Oh no. So then just grab it again. And then... And I'm back. It hasn't been a good day for me. I think this is everything. I'm just gonna do it. What a day. What a day. So yeah, that's the building process. I will now show you the actual flying process. Hello and welcome back. Since we last left off, I tested this out and it performed beautifully. So now I'm going to show it off to you guys. I do apologize. I don't know why. Recently, my Kerbal Space program has been running at about 1/3 of its normal speed. I've tried decreasing the graphics and it doesn't make a difference, but I'm getting about like 10 FPS now when I usually get about 30 FPS. It's quite bad, I know, but I don't know how to fix it. I've tried decreasing the graphics and everything, it doesn't seem to work. So this is, it's so slow. So basically I'm going to have to time warp because I don't want to go too quickly, but I don't want to take ages, if that makes sense, because that would be quite boring. I get the drift that that'll be quite boring. So essentially, what you want to do is get it off the actual sugar. I'm going a bit quick. Control speed down. You don't want to go too quick, otherwise it'll flip. And while we're getting out there, I'm going to explain a few things. The reason we have the wings on here, on the actual plane itself, are because that's how it floats, stays on top of the water. Because you want to keep all this out of the water, but when you... it's really quick. There's a cool Easter egg over there. See, there's this little dot you can see. But because of the screen recording software isn't very good, so you won't be able to see it very well. But there's a little squad monument out there. Then it says squad on it, and it's quite cool. It has the monkey on it. So I'll show you that sometime. But the reason it has the wings is to stay on top of the water, because if you just have the legs, it sinks in really badly, and it doesn't get nearly as much speed. This newer model, with delta wings on both things, I think is much better, because before, I could only get about 90 meters per second across the water on this, which is still quite quick. If I do say so myself. But it's not extremely quick, and in my test here, in like about a minute or two of being in the water, I got up to 125, which is ridiculously quick. I mean, I'm basing this model off of what I saw on a YouTube video, and I've had to recreate it myself, and of course mine isn't nearly as good. That one could get about 200 meters per second, and I think eventually I'll be able to increase my speed to get something like that. But in your approach to the water, what you're going to want to do is slow down, because if you go in at about even over 20 meters per second, your wings will break off even with the structural connectors on them. And you don't want to go in too quick because you might flip when you try braking. So you're going to want to slow down, going in about 10 to 15 meters per second the whole time. Keep applying your brakes. And the reason also that we need these struts connecting the thingies, if that's what the thingies, is because if you don't have them when you brake, the whole ship thing, the whole craft bends on itself. it bends in and it risks flipping itself. So just to be safe, you need to go slow and brake the whole time. And just looking at fuel, overall it has about 140, and just getting down here we spent a bit, but not that much. And then it has a lot of intake air as well, which is nice. Oh, I'm going too quick, oh. Slow down. Yep, there we go. This is going to be good. This is going to be fine. I'm going to time warp back, because I was at time warp 2 there, which is just to increase it. You can time warp a bit in the water, but I would not recommend it, because if you time warp too much, it'll flip over on itself. Definitely don't go to time warp 4 when you're doing this thing across the water. It'll go absolutely mad on you. There we go. We've entered the water. Everything appears to be in order, and it'll do this a bit. It'll jump around in the water a bit, flipping around, because that's just the actual mechanic of the water in the game. So you're gonna press G to take your gear up, because you don't want your little wheels down when you're in the water, because you don't really need it. But so this is 6-engined. I'm gonna wait for it. There we go. I think this is all right. I might, in a later episode, as I show you on the map here, go. I wish WoD had done a better job with this, because it's just so pixelated. As you can see, this is Kerbal Space Center. This is the squad monument, and there's actually another runway on this island, and it's an Easter egg. So I might go over to that island later on with this ship. But for now, I'm just gonna show you the actual function of it. So there's the cockpit view. You can go into cockpit view, but I prefer having this view. So let's turn SAS on and just sit back, relax, and yeah, it's gonna take a while to get up to full speed because of my frame rate, which is terrible. So yeah, as I said earlier, my Pop Tropica series I don't think was liked as well as much as this. I think this is my, from the views I've been getting on it, this is the favorite series of the people, and so that's basically why I'm doing another one of these. I think I'm going to be doing some more in the new year. I'm getting a lot of new games, as I said, so I'll be able to be doing montages, playthroughs, all that, which will be nice. So as you can see, already up to 90 meters per second, which is really quick considering when you make a craft that sits in the water itself, it goes like I crashed the space shuttle I did in one of my earlier videos. I crashed that into water once. Oh, that's not good. Oh no. That's a shame. That is really a shame, but as you can see, it got up to 114 was its total speed. I'm gonna actually record another thing of me getting there. I won't talk during it, but yeah, so just because I'm not gonna be talking later on, just thanks for watching this. I'll